A very simple version of my self-leadership model contains 3 I's and 3 S's. The 3 I's are intentionality, influence, and impact. Intentionality is why we're doing what we're doing. When we know why we're doing what we're doing, we become much more influential and therefore more impactful. As Viktor Frankl, the survivor of a Nazi concentration camp, said, if you have a big enough why, you can overcome any what. And perhaps Viktor Frankl was one of the first writers on the concept of self-leadership. Influence and impact are the outer game of what we do. The inner game, the mental game that we end up coaching to, are the 3 S's: self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-efficacy. Self-awareness is so important in the work I do with leaders. If leaders are not self-aware, they can wreak tremendous havoc on those surrounding them. If we are not self-confident, we cannot get the buy-in for our intellect or our experience or our expertise. And self-efficacy is the thing that we need to hire for. It is the belief in our ability to overcome things even if we haven't done it. It is the embracing of failure. It's agile learning. It's I will get out the minimum viable product, get the feedback, rebuild it, and get it back out there. Working in Asia, there is a massive fear of failure. We call it kiasu in Singapore. Fear of failure. They want to do it perfect the first time. But that's not the nature of life. I stand here before you having failed many, many times in my life. I've done TED Talks on the failure and the journey back. That's not what today's about. What we're looking for is people who go, yeah, I could work that out. If I'm in Singapore or Bangkok or Jakarta, I would pick somebody in the audience and say, have you been to Budapest? And they would say, no. And I'd say, great. If I was to drop you in Budapest, could you board a train to Vienna not being able to speak Hungarian? And they would go, maybe. Now, if I said to you here in Turkey, if I dropped you in Budapest, could you board a train to Vienna? You'd all go, yeah, duh, I live in Europe, of course I can, because you've done it before. Now, what if I dropped you in Jakarta? Could you board a train to Bandung? What if I dropped you in Jakarta? You don't speak Indonesian. You don't have any money, and you don't have a cell phone, or any kind of phone. Could you board a train to Bandung? Well, that's high self-efficacy. She says yes. She has a low level of compliance with the law, and the chance of getting arrested in Indonesia for boarding a train without a ticket. But it's high self-efficacy. It's interesting our reaction to that, because if somebody says no, and I change the formula, whether it is Budapest or it's Jakarta, and I say, you're stuck in a city. You don't speak the language, you have no money, no credit card, no phone, but somebody you love and care for is in the other city and they need you. Can you get there? Yes. Because when you combine self-efficacy, the willingness to try things, with the why is it important for me to do that, then you have all of the motivational texts that you have ever read all wrapped into one formula. It is a big enough why, and you believe in your ability to overcome the obstacles. So this is the beginning of the mindset of success. I've coached thousands of people, starting with sports people back in the late 1980s to working with senior executives in Fortune 500 companies. The mindset of success is I know why I'm doing what I do, and I believe in my ability to overcome obstacles. Those are the success factors. Nothing else matters. Now, it's a good idea to develop some confidence, but the mindset of success is